Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Hoping that you will be fine. Today we'll read unit number 1, that is food and feeding habits of animals. So in this chapter we'll read about how do animals eat food. We'll tell you about different sources of food and how different types of animals eat different types of food. And we'll also tell you about how do they eat food. Like some animals eat food by chewing, some animals swallow their food, and some animals not only chew but also swallow their food. Okay, let's start with this warm-up activity. As you can see in the picture that this monkey wants to eat bananas and it has to go and find a way to reach the bananas. So let's find the way out. And yes, we reached successfully to the bananas. Now let's start the chapter. Animals need food. All living things need food to grow and to live. Animals are living things. They need energy to move around and work. Food gives them all the energy they need. They need food to remain healthy. So just like human beings, we know that animals also need food. Just like we need food to grow, to move, similar is that animals also need food. They need food to grow, to move around, to work, and to get energy to do something and to remain healthy. As you can see in the picture, animals need food to grow. Animals need energy to grow, to move around. Dog eats meat. Cat also eats meat. Hen eats grain. Butterfly sucks nectar of flower. Nectar is specifically a sweet, sugary fluid which is produced by plants or flowers. So butterfly used to suck the nectar of flowers. And frog eats insects. Now, sources of food for animals. Animals obtain food from their surroundings. Different animals eat different kinds of food. They either eat plants or plant eating animals. Some animals like goat and deer eat plant food like grass and leaves directly. Some other animals like tiger and lion eat flesh of these plant eating animals. This shows that even flesh eating animals depend indirectly on plants for their food. As we can see in the picture, it is basically a food chain. Why is it called a food chain? Because animals are connected in a chain to eat their food. These are the plants or leaves or whatever, and they are called producers. Some animals eat directly plants or their leaves, and these animals are called consumers. So some animals eat directly plants or leaves, and some animals eat those animals which eat plants or grass or branches of trees. So some animals depend directly on plants and some animals depend indirectly on plants because they eat those animals which eat plants. So this is how the food chain goes on. Now we'll read about these different type of animals. What do they basically called? Based on what they eat, different animals are placed in different groups. There are basically three groups: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So we'll read about herbivores first. Some animals like cow, buffalo, goat, deer, horse, and elephant eat grass, leaves, fruits, nuts, or roots. These plant eating animals are called herbivores. The word herbivores is originated from two words, herba and vorus. Herba means plant and vorus means eater. So combinedly we can say that plant eating animals are called herbivores. As we can see in the picture, zebra, goat and cow, they all eat plants or leaves. So all the plant eating animals are called herbivores. Now come to another topic of the same category, carnivores. Some animals like dog, cat, lion, tiger, fox, snake, and shark eat the flesh of other animals, and these flesh eating animals are called carnivores. This word is also originated from two words, carn and vorus. Carn means flesh and vorus means eater. So all the flesh eating animals are called carnivores, like lion, tiger, eagle, and there are some other animals as well other than these examples. All the animals which eat flesh of other animals, just like zebra, goat, cow, deer, horse, etc., are called carnivores. Now come to omnivores. Some animals like bear, crow, and human beings eat both plants and the flesh of animals, and they are called omnivores. It is also originated from two words, omni and vorus. Omni means all and vorus means eater. So we can see in the picture that bear not only eats grass but it is also eating flesh of fish. And human beings, we also eat not only meat but also herbs like vegetables and leafy vegetables. So we may also come in the category of omnivores. Crow eats grass as well. It eats grain and it may also eat flesh of animals. Now after reading this, we are able to fill in these blanks. Plant eating animals are called, yes, what are they called? They are called herbivores. Herbivores, herbivores. Now flesh eating animals are called, these were the flesh eating animals and they are called carnivores. C-A-R-N-I, carni, V-O-R-E-S, vores, carnivores. And animals that eat both plants and animals are called, yes, they are called omnivores. O-M-N-I-V-O-R-E-S, omnivores. Now, how animals feed? Different animals eat different types of food. Their manner of eating is also different. Accordingly, their mouth is also modified to suit their mode of eating. As different animals eat different kinds of food and their way of eating is also different, so their mouth is also created in such a way which can help them to eat easily. Just like the carnivores or flesh eating animals should have strong and sharp teeth, and their jaws are also strong, so that it may help to eat flesh easily. And all the plant eating animals have small size or normal size teeth. So, according to the feeding habits of animals, their mouths are created. Now we'll read about some animals swallow their food. Birds do not have teeth. They swallow their food whole. Lizards and snakes have very small teeth. These teeth are not useful for chewing. They only help in grabbing the food. So snakes and lizards also swallow their food whole. Snakes mostly eat mice and frogs. Snakes can separate out their jaws to open the mouth wide. This allows them to swallow prey which are bigger than their mouth. Some animals use their tongue to catch their food. Frogs and lizards have a long and sticky tongue. They shoot out the tongue to catch insects. The insects get stuck to the sticky tongue. So here we have studied about how do different animals swallow their food. As far as birds are concerned, so we all know that they don't have teeth. They use their beak to eat grain and they swallow them directly. Lizards and frog both have a bit longer sized tongue and their tongue is sticky. So whenever they find their prey near them, prey means shikar, praise. So whenever they find their prey near them, they just shoot out their tongue and the prey catches or sticks to the sticky tongue, and then they easily eat their prey even if it is a bit distant from them. Okay, now the way of eating of snake is very interesting. It first grabs its prey and fold their body around the prey, and then it open its mouth wide and swallow its prey even if it is bigger than their size of mouth. Now something very interesting is written over here. Birds also swallow some small stones along with their food, and these stones help in crushing the grains they eat. So these stones are not harmful for the birds, and in fact these stones help them in digestion. Some animals tear, grind and chew their food. Tear means to break into smaller pieces, which is called todna. Grind means to crush into powder, means pisna, and chew means chabana. So some animals tear, then grind and then chew their food. Carnivores like lions and tigers tear and chew the flesh of animals. They have sharp, pointed and curved front teeth to tear the flesh. They also have strong grinding teeth at the back to chew the flesh. Crocodiles and alligators have a large mouth. They have large, sharp and pointed teeth. They snap at animals which come to drink water. Their teeth and powerful jaws help them grab big animals and also help in tearing their flesh. So again, I am repeating, as we have already read before, that carnivores are the animals which eat flesh of other animals. So carnivores, as they have to eat other animals, so they have sharp and strong teeth and powerful jaws so as to cut and grind and tear the flesh of other animals. And crocodiles specially attack their the other animals or attack their prey when they come near water to drink it. Some animals chew and swallow their food. Herbivores, like deer and giraffe, eat grass and leaves. They have broad, flat, and sharp front teeth to cut their food. Cows and buffaloes bite the grass and swallow it. Later, they bring back the food into their mouth and chew it slowly. This activity is called chewing the cud. Elephants use their trunk to tear off grass and branches and put it in their mouth. Elephants have large grinding teeth to chew and grind their food. They also drink water with the help of their trunk. So, as I have already told you, that herbivores are those animals which eat grass or leaves of plants. So, their mouth is designed such that they have broad, flat, and sharp teeth to cut their food. And how do cows eat? They bite the grass and swallow it. And once they swallow the food and send it into their stomach, then they bring back the swallowed food from their stomach and eat it again for the second time. And this activity is called cud. Now, as you go to the zoo, you can see that how do elephants eat. They eat and drink with the help of their trunk. They used to grab leaves or branches of trees from their trunk, bring it to their mouth, and then chew and grind it from their teeth. And they also bring water to their mouth through their trunk. Some animals nibble their food. Nibble means to take small bites out of, which you call kutarna. Animals like mice and rabbits that nibble their food have sharp front teeth. These animals eat their food by taking small bites. As I told you, that nibble means taking small bites off. So we know that mouse, rabbit nibble their food. Animals like cats and dogs lap liquids like water and milk with their tongue. Lapping means chatna, and we all know that cats and dogs eat or drink liquid food by lapping with their tongue. Some animals suck their food. Suck means chusna. Butterflies and mosquitoes have a feeding tube in place of their mouth. This tube is called proboscis. It works like a straw. A butterfly uses the proboscis to suck liquids like nectar from flowers. A mosquito uses it to suck blood. So, butterflies and mosquitoes and some other animals or insects like them have proboscis, that is, it is a feeding tube in place of their mouth. They don't have mouth. In place of the mouth, they have a feeding tube, and that feeding tube is called proboscis. It is like a straw. As they need to suck their food, so they have proboscis instead of their mouth. And proboscis is used by butterflies to suck nectar of flowers. And I already told you what nectar is. It is a sweet sugary fluid present in flowers. And mosquitoes use it to suck blood from human beings or other animals' body. So what about the interesting information? Cats have rough tongues. Their tongues have sharp edged surface which help them to lap liquids and groom their fur. So if you have pet cats at your home, or if not, then you can see cats in gardens, or stray cats wandering in the streets, or you can see them in uh, playgrounds or wherever. So you might have noticed that cats have sharp tongues, due to which they lap milk and due to which they clean their fur. So that's very interesting. Now I hope that you'll be able to solve these blanks. But still I'm doing it for you. Carnivores eat their food by dash and dash. And we have read that carnivores eat their food by tearing and chewing. Frogs shoot out their dash to catch food. Frogs shoot out their tongue to catch food. Butterflies suck dash from flowers, and the sweet sugary fluid is called nectar. Butterflies suck nectar from flowers. Now the last topic of this unit is food for domestic animals. Domestic animals means pet animals or घरेलू जानवर. We keep cows, goats, and camels for their milk. Goats, sheep, and hens are kept for their meat. Hens and ducks also give us eggs. Horses, buffaloes, and bullocks are used in farming. Animals like horses, donkeys, and bullocks are used to carry loads. Unlike animals which live freely in nature, domestic animals depend on us for their food. So they have to be given proper food to keep them healthy. Different domestic animals need different types of food. Beasts of burden like donkey, elephant, camel, which carry load for us, need more energy. So they should be given energy giving foods. Egg laying animals should be given protein rich foods. They should be given clean water to drink in a clean vessel. Donkeys are kept to carry loads. Hens are kept for their eggs and meat. So, domestic animals need to stay with us. We raise them and we provide them food. So, it is our responsibility to provide them food properly, to maintain their proper diet, so that we may use them for our purposes. As we take benefit from them, just like we use some animals to take eggs from them, we use some animals to carry load, we use some animals in farming, for example, cows, buffaloes, horses, etc. And we use some animals to take meat from them. We use some animals to take milk from them. So if we want to take benefit, if we want to take all these benefits from these animals, then we have to provide them such food which should provide them energy, so they may be beneficial for us. For example, beasts of burden. Beasts of burden are those animals which carry load for us. So as they need to carry a lot of load for us, so they need energy giving food, and we should provide them such type of food. And animals through which we obtain eggs, just like hen and ducks, so we should provide them food which is enriched in protein, so that they may be able to provide eggs properly. They should also be given clean drinking water in clean vessels. So I hope that you have understood the lecture carefully, and now you'll be able to solve the exercise yourself. Not only try to solve it yourself, but also try to learn it well. That's it for today. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.